Is it safe for you to be?
You know, it would help if I brought up my VTuber, because I haven't done that yet.
Whoa!
I'm a fool.
Whoa!
It would be nice if you waited another 10 seconds because I've still got ads going on fucking Twitch.
It do be like that. It do. Hello and welcome to, I think it's session 28 now. Gosh, wow, 28. How the hell did we get here? Um, and we're back with the party, or most of the party, because I don't know where the hell Clay is, and Brandy's going to be a bit late. There I am. I exist again. Oh, golly. Okay. As is customary, Asterion, do you want to do our recap?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
He's the chosen one.
Alright. I got the serious case of the laughs.
The hee-hees.
Oh.
Right, so last time on What the Hecky just happened, we made it back to
Padslow.
Padslow, that's it, Padslow. We had a long rest after the multiple battles we had with the vampires. What was it? Asterion has spoken to Krieg to ask for the Sending Stone to be able to speak to, or at least somebody from Arda, and it turns out that the person who was holding the stone, which was the assistant, wasn't actually at Arda's headquarters, but Asterion, to say the least, informed the assistant of like what's been happening, but Asterion will also be writing a sort of an update letter to Arda as well, just in case, if they're not, if the assistant's not back in time. And then we went to the orphanage to because we wanted to find out what was going on with the kidnappings near the sea. And we spoke to, I am terrible with names, I am sorry. Can't remember the name
spoke
of the
to Mother Mortessa and
Mother Mortessa. Yep.
Sister Serena.
Serena. Alright. Okay. We spoke to them too. Mother Mortessa. Well, I feel like the party was on borderline about to burn the entire office down. And so we learned stuff about that, and then Asterion came out of nowhere with the huge bamboozle towards the DM, and then asked Drosera if they could help Asterion find out any memories before he was turned into a vampire or into a thrall. And now Asterion has sworn his allegiance to, was it the Fae? Are they gods? They're not gods. They're just
they're children of gods, so they are effectively like deities, but Fae are their own thing outright.
He swore his allegiance to one of the Faes called Dylan, to help in return to help restore Asterion's memories. Hence why he is now called Asterion instead of Zelius, because Zelius was the name given to him by his overseer, or the clan.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we. Oh, and also there was more information spoken with. I think it was it. I can't remember who it was with. Azir spoke to again. I can't remember names. The not Mother Mortessa. The other person. Sister Serena. To seek out more information. Oh yeah, it turns out only elves have been kidnapped. So yeah, that's a thing that's been happening. But yeah, and that's where we left off, I think. I might have missed some stuff. I'm really sorry.
No, it's good. That was pretty in detail. So the information you got is that there have been 4 disappearances over the course of a few years. 2 of them have been recent, and 2 of them have been children. All of them have been elves. It's suspected that whatever is happening at the shoreline is the reason that they're going missing. Though, based on the information you got from Mother Mortessa, she could just be being racist. You are not sure. Yeah, she wasn't particularly welcoming to you guys, but Sister Serena kind of apologized on her behalf. Brandy has gone to sleep during the day so that she can be rested up for this evening when you guys are planning on going out. You three, so Dracera, Asterion, and Estella, and Thumb are sat under the tree after having just woken up from your trance and speaking with Dolun, the Fey master of the trance. Clay is sat next to you, kind of resting. Creek is also kind of just drawing and resting. What are you guys doing now? You have some time to kill. If you want to just skip to this evening, you are welcome to, but if you want to have conversations, you're also welcome to do that.
Yeah. So, okay. Estella's gonna turn to Zelios and say, so, Asterion? Asterion?
He will nod. He will nod. Then he says, and are they going to ask?
Yeah.
A serious question? Yeah. He sort of nods and like, yes. Like, can I help you?
I think I have like, I just wanted to say, like, you know, I noticed that you were quite. Okay. So, you know the person that we dealt with back at the castle thing?
Yes. I very like only slightly like sort of remember them, recognize their face, but that's all.
Were you at their level before?
I had to go through being a raid master. Yes, it was something. I had to go up. Had to go up the different job positionings. But before I got exiled, I was a little bit higher than that. I was basically I guess
So.
third or second in command.
So did you? Oh.
What's
So
that?
did you? so did you have to? Did you have to do the same that they did?
He'll pause a sort of moment and he's like, he's a bit hesitant to say anything. And he'll nod, but he won't say much. He just has like a sort of a, like, yeah, I had to do what they had to do.
So okay. I just because I had a question in the back of my mind. I was just thinking, when everyone first met each other, why were you at that place?
I was on my way to find out information and whereabouts of an artifact. I don't know much about it, apart from the name, and hence why when I at the start, when I waited for everyone to leave, I was asking the administrator if they know the whereabouts of this artifact.
Yeah, just because they're like quite nervous on the spot talking about this. I was just thinking if if they never exiled you, would you still be doing what they wanted?
It takes sort of a very long pause. And he sort of leans back a little bit. So he's just resting on his arms. I will most likely. I would have. I don't think I would have the choice. I am bound. Let's say I was bound. If they didn't exile me, I wouldn't have been. But you know, I do what I had to do to in one way survive in that place in the clan.
Did you not think about running away at least?
They would have killed me
Well,
as they are trying to do now. As he chuckles,
Yeah.
like, as they are trying to do now. But
Well, the important thing now is you can change that, at least. You know, you don't have to... What you've done in the past might not be great, but at least you're making a change now.
he
and hopefully you know the mistakes that you did.
Ooh. He nods and he says, like, as I said before, it was all unknown. I was trained to be a killer. That was it, and I did that well, really well. And that was. It's sadly what is a part of me which would take a very long time to get rid of.
Okay.
I mean, in the sense of not necessarily killing, but more of just like the clan, the whole history. I've been there for many, many years.
Just because that one time when I saw you like ready to fight and everything, you know, that was just a feeling I felt kind of strange by. If if you think that you did lots of mistakes, but you still find a joy in fighting, that's just how I felt.
It brings me joy seeing those who've done me wrong brought to, let's say, justice. And I give no sympathy for a lot of those in the clan. There are few who I hold dear, but
Okay.
many.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that you care for some people. I just we're your friends too, you know.
I understand, but to me, it's just a way of life which I was brought up in. To me, I know it'd be different for everyone else. Not saying I'm guessing it's not good, but it's just what I was brought into and what I was essentially trained.
Is there anyone left in the clan that doesn't want to be there anymore?
I'm sure there's many, but they will not. There's not really any way to escape. Apart from, I mean, at least for us Frowls anyway. But for those who are, you know, half blood vampires or full blood, they can leave more easily. It's just us Frowls who are stuck.
Okay. I'm trusting that you won't go back to that.
Oh, don't worry. I am free from the grasp of that clan. Hopefully, I mean, I hope so anyway.
Okay.
Last time, next time I'll probably see that clan. It'll be on the opposite side.
Okay.
But he smiles, trying to sort of like reassure the party. So like, I'm not going back to that life. Or at least like, you know, not back to them.
Good.
You can't now. You've got a fate to worry about too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
My dad.
My dad.
He's my dad.
Yes. I will in the future have lots of questions about this Dylan.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to answer any of them, but I'll give it a go.
He'll nod.
You know,
Very mysterious.
I've been with him for like 200 odd years. I don't know shit about him.
Like, don't even know his favorite color because it changes every season. Like, goddamn.
Man doesn't even look the same half the time I see him, so I mean.
Yeah.
Just a naked man. That's all I know him by.
He's just a big blue naked man.
Yeah.
He,
We stand.
Sarah was-
Yeah, it's exactly that.
Sarah will just say to the party like, if you're fearing that I'll go back to the clan after what they've done, I won't. They betrayed everything, and they didn't give me the death, at least the death or the challenge of the death that I deserve, and the tradition that they should have upheld. So
the tradition is that you're supposed to fight against someone?
So whoever's should be, well, I guess that's the right word. Suggested to take, for example, my position. They should. I should be challenged to a duel to the death. Hence why I got. And he points at his earring. It says, "This is from the last person who was in that position."
So if you win, you get cool jewelry.
Yeah, why would you wear that?
No, this is.
Bro, why would you wear like the teeth of your enemies? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
This was to for me to remind those who think they are better because they are full-blooded or half-blooded vampires that a Thrall can kill one of them, and my position and who I am is not to take them lightly.
Mysterian, roll me a history check.
Okay. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, I just pressed backspace. Fuck. Sorry. 1 second. I'm in backspace and I was just had to reload it.
Backspace on dice.
Yep. Alright, Starion. 1 second. Okay. Do you say history?
Yeah.
Oh, a nat 20, but a -1, so it's a 19. Nat 19.
Right, so you vividly remember your your jaw when you took the position that you had when you were in the clan. And the guy before you had about 8 teeth on earrings.
Oh. Okay.
So his ears, he had like 4 on each ear, along the rim of his ears. He was a half-blood, and he you managed to take him down, and you wear his teeth now as proof that you took him down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm guessing it's not to relay that again. That this would relay that, but also what I said before, like when Sterion said like to him, it's a point of sort of proven of passage sort of thing, saying just like don't mess with me, because generally from as you explained, you'd be like thralls don't usually get get to this position, right? Is that
Yeah, no, it's pretty much unheard of.
Yeah. So he was like indirectly sort of taunting the vampires as well, but it's like I guess it comes with customs as well, like customs of taking the teeth to prove the rite of passage.
It was a trophy,
Yeah. So yeah.
Ew.
Stella's like, bro.
Can you feel your teeth when you chew things?
He doesn't chew.
I don't. Do you mean bite down on somebody? Or
Yeah.
Something. Just like a creature or anything else, or just like generally just biting down.
Yeah.
Toby, how
I mean,
sensitive?
okay, so I mean, you can feel your teeth. They are your teeth.
Yeah.
You know, how a vampire feeds is they bite, create an injury, and then like, that's what they drink from. They use the wound rather than like sucking it through the teeth as some people do it, because that's really nasty. It's so you'd be able to like, yes, you feel your teeth, but you don't really use them to feed. You just injure with them. You create a puncture that's enough to get you what you need, and then you just suck it out manually.
Yeah,
That. Just
Well,
Sarah's like, the concept of teeth is new. She doesn't have any, so it's like.
Okay. Well, staring, he's like, I guess I can feel my teeth, but well.
Whilst this conversation's going on, Creek, what are you up to?
Exactly. What the fuck?
Conversation.
I think he's listening to the conversation a little bit, just a little bit, and he's kind of like,
The fuck?
what? Okay. Who's Hysterian? Okay, but he's sad that he's been drawn the orphanage, and like trying to like make little videos of anyone who's like looking through the
You
windows.
can see the kids are like periodically poking their heads up from the window frame and looking over.
When he sees them, he's like trying to make little drawings of them as correctly as he can, and the small spans are there. And if Mortessa comes to the window, he's making it very obvious he's drawing while facing them.
It's just like staring her down, like, how fucking dare you?
Like, we'll talk to my friends like that again. I will do more.
I will kill you.
He's sat there. He's a bit confused at what the fuck's happening over there. So he didn't entirely understand what they were doing beforehand to begin with. So he's just vibing.
He's vibing.
He's vibing.
This man vibing. Okay. So yeah, you're kind of half listening to the conversation. It's not.
It's hard for him not to be passive.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a high enough passive that you're kind of just following along. Clay's not giving a fucking balls about anything you guys are saying because he's just kind of half asleep, enjoying the sun.
He just catches some rays, man.
Yeah. he's just like, you guys were doing some weird dream shit, so now I'm gonna take a nap. Fuck off. So I assume your conversation kind of continues on for a little while as the sun moves across the sky. People walk past, and a few of them kind of wave to you and welcome you to town as they walk past you. Dracera's getting some strange looks, but they still wave. They're just like, whoa, wow, what is that? You know, and waving and sort of saying hello as they go about their business. And as the sun begins to set, and Zelius / Asterion is able to take off his cloak because it is finally dark enough that you're not going to set on fire. It's getting the weather's starting to turn a little bit. It's getting cloudier. It seems like it's going to rain.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Dinner time.
You just lay in the rain and you just absorb all the water like some weird plant cretin.
Yeah, you can put me in puddles, man.
Just take your shoes
Sponge.
off. Stand in a puddle. That'll do. So
I should be a plumber, you know.
And Clay kind of stands up and stretches. He just and he will say, "It's like, are we taking anyone with us, or are we just going on our own? We gotta wait for the kid to get back."
Wait, which kid?
Brandy.
Oh yeah.
She's 19.
She's an adult.
She is a kid.
She's in the in between.
She is young.
Yeah. I mean, Brandy would come along with us, wouldn't she? Because that's the point of why she was sleeping. So.
Yeah. Total child. So I'll bring Brandy kind of makes her way back along, and she waves cheerily to you as you guys are still sat under the tree. She does her whole howdy, situation. I don't know. I'm not role playing as characters who are not present currently.
Hey, my name is Brandy.
Howdy. You guys got lots of rest.
Yeah, we spoke about teeth and stuff.
What?
Alrighty then. That's great.
I will allow
Nice.
I will allow Asterion to expedite the speech of what happened to the rest of the party who were not present, if you want to, for the sake of not repeating yourself of what happened last session. So they know what you've been up to. If you want to tell them, do you want to tell the rest of the party?
Oh wait, is he still gone?
Wait, is he gone? Oh, for God's sake. Okay, well, forget that. I'll just do it later. I'll just ask later. Thumb is going to hand out berries. So if you guys want to eat, that'll sustain you for 24 hours. He kind of hobbles between those of you who eat, which is only 3 of you.
That's really. Wait, what do you mean 3?
Sorry, for 4.
Yeah. I was counting, which one of you fuckers has been lying this whole time?
Sorry, I'm like, oh wait, claim Brandy on here. Oof. So yeah, no,
you want to know that spiders do not eat.
he passes
We
kind of
live
the berries out.
tremendously off of spite and the fear of everyone around.
He will
Can I
offer
get a
one to
berry?
Dracera.
Just so I was going to take it.
He seems just happy when people take his berries.
Yeah.
He puts
She's
one in
getting-
Asterion's lap anyway. He doesn't seem to understand the concept that Asterion doesn't eat yet. So he is
I love him.
he is giving you food anyway.
I love him.
Not
What a
that
fucking
he'd be able to
legend.
eat it. And he's still BRB'd.
We'll just-
I keep forgetting that he's BRB'd, which is why I'm talking
We'll
to
just tell him when he comes back he has a berry now.
Just slip it into his pocket.
Like
Find it later.
a drug deal of good berries.
He just slips it into the loop of his scarf, so it's just sat against his neck.
Question: If If we manage to magic thumb and mouth, can he have like the deepest voice possible?
I mean, magic mouth is a spell, but it.
Are
would
you
have to-
fucking joking right now? Hang on.
No, it is
Oh
your.
my god.
It is your voice though, so it.
Oh.
Thumb would have your voice.
Wait. How hard? Second level? Guys!
Why do I?
Nice.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. But for some reason, why do I feel if you gave Thumb a mouth, it would be like the Half-Life voice noise. Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Yes.
Wait,
Oh,
a bard
thanks,
can have this spell.
Oh.
It
That
would
would
be
be-
Estella's voice coming out of Thumb.
It's Spanish thumb.
Wait, Estella doesn't have a voice! Wait, they have a voice but they don't speak, so the first time we hear Estella's voice is out of Thumb! That would be great narratively
I
wise.
think the only people who have heard Estella talk are Clay and Miris, using message.
Mhm.
Oh wait, no, not Clay. It'd be Asterion. It was Asterion and,
Yeah.
and Miris. Yeah. Because you don't use it very often,
Yeah.
but it will be your voice that they hear.
Mhm.
The only reason Miris has heard it is because he literally cannot see you standing. So I mean,
That is true.
the town is starting to get quiet. People are kind of heading back indoors after working the day away. Some of them sort of fishermen, others kind of people who tend the land. Sort of groups of kids going out with another one of the sisters that you aren't familiar with. You see them kind of walking back after having been out for the day. It seems in a small handful of them have been into the woods, doing whatever kids like to do, just so that they're outside and doing things. I'd say that Palos and Ace are staying in the Shabal Manor at the top of the hill. Unless you want one of them to come with you, or both of them to come with you, they will not actively come.
Palos.
You want Palos?
Yeah.
We need the fluffy support team, alright?
Yes.
I mean, if you want to go get Palos, you have to go and get
Yeah.
it.
Alright, okay. Hang on.
So you assume that she's still in the manor because she didn't come out with you during the day. And after a bit of searching and asking Ace where she is, because Ace is the first person to greet you, you are able to find Palos. Palos looks thrilled to see you. Are we going back already?
No, not yet. We've just got one thing we want to deal with first. If you want to come along.
I would love to. It's just Sarah bursting into tears.
Okay. We're about to head off now. If you'd like to come with us.
Okay, yeah. Where are we going?
We're going down to the beach. We're gonna try and figure out if it's the Ocean Juriar who are kidnapping people, or if it's something else. And we'd just like your support.
I've never been to the beach, even though I lived here for a really long time.
Well, I hope you enjoy it.
It's just Sarah's like slowly slipping out of character because you can't deal with how with Palos. And she kind of takes you by the hand and she's like, "Lead the way."
Okay.
Lead the way. There's so much hair in my face, I can't see where I'm going.
It's just Sarah comes back in floods of tears.
Listen, people, I found my wife.
This is the ship I was not expecting, but I really appreciate it.
And she waves as she comes into view and says hello to everyone. We're all going to the beach. Wow, I'm so excited. Okay, so you've asked Palos to come with you. She will come with you quite happily, even if there's just moral support, if you need it. Are you guys going to head down there now, or are you going to do anything else? I will say that Brandy will suggest we should go wait at the cliffside, up the top, and wait until it gets dark enough for us to see them, and then make our way down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See if we can see anything out from the cliff as well.
Okay.
Is Zeus will be coming with, and if you want, Asterion will be going.
It's gonna
with.
take some time to get used to the new.
It will. No, I mean it still is a navy alias.
I will say to you now, because you are now back, if you want to expedite the process of you explaining what happened to the rest of the party with Dylan, then you are welcome to do that if you want to tell them. Because we don't want to repeat everything that happened last session.
I can do this after this session, so it doesn't like basically. I'll say Zeus will say.
If you want to write it in chat for the people that either aren't here or whatever, then you're welcome to do that. But Karif was present last session, so he knows what's going on. Technically, Brandy was also there last session, so she knows what's going on out of
I think
character.
everyone was there.
Clay wasn't, so it'd be good if you could
Okay.
let Josh know.
Okay.
Yeah, either send it to them directly or put it in like one of the other chats or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do the after session.
Okay.
So sorry about that, by the way. I had to.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Is
You have a good berry.
what is
In your skull.
what is the plan? Are the elves being bait for what's happening?
Going to the cliffside.
Yeah.
We're
we
gonna go
go
to the
to
cliffside first.
Okay.
And wait until it's dark enough for them to be visible.
Okay.
And then when you're down there, if you want the elves to be bait, you can.
Yeah.
I think Dracera, last session you said that you were going to avoid disguising yourself for the fact that you're Juriar and they're Juriar, and it probably make them more comfortable to see you as you are.
Yeah.
Clay will be reluctant to let Estella be bait. Brandy
child,
will
though.
offer herself up. She's like, "That's fine. I will step in. I don't mind." Zelios could also step in. She kind of suggests, or Asterion.
I think last session, Asterion, I don't know if I said this, but basically, Asterion would have said like, "Nope, I will I will be bait."
Well, more than one might be a good idea, but you don't know. Depends on how many of them there are. You are not aware.
Asterion would say he would rather he will go just in case if there's like any sort of danger.
Okay.
Instead of Stella.
You're not a child, though.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't because was it two people, two of the elves weren't children. Then they got
Yeah, one of them was younger elf, like mature, but not like.
Yeah, in his it seemed like in his 20s. You were told.
And
wasn't there one that was in?
And there was one that was
mid-40s
in her
as well?
mid-40s. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Guys, I had a thought. What about if it's not like
Don't hurt yourself.
Juriara? They're fleeting, but I have to grab one, okay? What if they're sirens?
Ooh.
I don't
They
know,
jumped
just a
in.
thought. Don't fucking listen to their song, I'll just beatbox over the top.
Out of
Dracera just starts beatboxing. Great. Stop beatboxing,
character.
Dracera, I'm dying.
just
What is
jump in.
siren? What is siren?
Hello, dying, I'm Jacera.
Creed's
Sorry.
asking him what a siren is.
Shall I reply?
can you
Oh.
roll me a history to see if you know what a siren is?
History check.
I'm
roll
sorry,
in
but
here.
I have no fucking idea.
Understandable.
18.
You have been shown sirens in your dreams with Dylan, so you know what they are. You know what they're capable of. Mostly, they look humanoid, but it doesn't seem out of the question that a Druya may have learnt how to do a similar thing.
Oh. Oh no.
If they grew up around sirens, they are probably a siren.
Oh,
Prepare
dear.
for some nice songs.
Oh no! So Brandy will lead you guys to the top, around the back of the Shabal estate. And you kind of find a perch between. There is a fence that you can kind of sit along and look out over the water. Palos is going to make her way up as well. And Thumb.
If they start breaking into song, I'm playing.
No! So you guys are all kind of sat along the edge of the water as it starts to get dark. And for some of you, looking out over the ocean like this, it's the first time that you have. And it seems very vast, even though this section of the ocean is rimmed along one edge with land. You can see very distantly the kind of dark shape of what is land across the water. And then in the kind of far west, it trails off into nothing. Just open ocean. And as the moon starts to kind of take the place in the sky, behind the ring, half obscured, stars kind of obscured also by heavier clouds, and it begins to rain.
Oh.
The light over the water is hazy from the moon as rain kind of patters on the water and disrupts the light. I want everyone to roll perception, please.
Oh boy.
Let's see how
-1.
this goes.
I'm gonna have to roll for Clay and Brandy, so I need to open their sheets.
Is this going to be a normal roll for me, or
Yes, because it's not hearing based.
7.
sorry, I meant I don't know if it's oh, it's nighttime.
It's
now, isn't it?
nighttime,
Sorry.
yeah. So it won't be at a disadvantage for your perception. Oh, nat 20, nice.
And nat 20 again.
Okay, so
You bastard.
we're gonna roll. Let's go perception for Clay. Clay rolled a 10, alright. And a perception for Brandy, who rolled also a 5, which is an 8. So, kind of looking out over the water. It's pretty. Yeah, you have to admit, like, it's pretty. And those of you who rolled over a 14, who was that, by the way?
It is I.
Krieg got 16.
I got a nat 20 plus 2.
Okay, so two of you notice lights beginning to flicker underneath the water. They're kind of darting around about maybe 80 feet or so from the shore. Karik, you're kind of straining to see it at this time, but you still manage to see it. You can see them sort of flickering. Asterion, you've got better vision at night than Karik, so you're able to see it quite clearly. You see two little lights kind of flickering around, one pink and one blue.
He would try and get everyone's attention and point out to where he's seeing this. So do you not see that?
See something in the colors.
Where are you looking? I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's like
If they point them out to you, you will be able to see
Yeah.
them. Estella, you are very much straining to see it through the rain. Anyone who doesn't have 120 feet dark vision, so I think everyone apart from Dracera and Asterion, you two are able to see them very clearly, and the others are significantly straining. Clay can't see anything. He puts on his goggles and can kind of see stuff, but that's about it.
I mean,
His
to be fair,
stupid
you
alien
don't
glasses, I
need-
can't
wait,
believe
is
I
it
allowed that.
glowing? Is it glowing lights?
Yes.
In
It's
that
true
case,
we
you don't
are.
really need like dark vision to see lights in the dark.
Well, it's more so like it's the distance of how far away they are.
Plus, it's
Um,
raining.
So they're half obscured from the rain and the moonlight, but you can see kind of moving light under the water. They're darting around, kind of making figures of 8 or so, and it seems almost like a playful manner that they're moving around.
We should make our way down.
I was just thinking that. You should. Yes.
Should only the elves go down?
I'll come down with you.
He'll turn to Estella and say, "You should stay here."
Great.
You're about 200
Okay.
feet up, and I will tell you in advance, if you want to get, if you want everyone to be present, you can just kind of stay back on the beach and have them further forward, so that everyone's still present, because otherwise it's going to be, 2 people for the rest of the session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I feel like they should, stay a distance from the beach, but still be not, up on the cliff, because if shit goes down, the only person who
Yeah.
can possibly help is Karik.
Okay.
Mr. Spider climb
I
himself.
No,
I,
just jump
I
off the
want
cliff.
to make the joke that Greeks just pulls his bow out so you can shoot anything up to 600 feet away right now.
You just sniper.
If anything goes
Um,
wrong here, I'm ready.
So you guys are heading down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to open a new map for you.
Wow.
We are going to move everyone. Way.
Damn.
Okay,
Oh,
so
there's a-
Oh.
because you
Sorry,
guys are
my
going
bad.
down at night time, I'm going to hide this one and show this one.
Ooh, nighttime map.
I'm gonna hide that. So okay. So, I also need to bring. Apparently, you brought your lady. So I've got to find Palos. Wait,
Yeah.
there's the lady. There she is. Hello.
It's the main character, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the sub, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way down. The closer you get to the beach, the more you can see the lights. Kind of flickering distantly,
Distant
now about 60 feet or so from shore. Oh, Brandy has arrived.
Brandy.
Yeah, sorry, lads.
Don't worry about it, it's okay. What are you guys doing now that you're here?
I'm
I
tempted
don't know
to
what
jump
we're
in.
doing, to be fair, so don't ask me.
We're all gonna jump into the water.
No.
I don't think that sounds like a good idea, I'll be honest.
We're all going to die.
Ah!
says Saren will ask. Saren will ask. Should we go forwards?
Who do you want to go forward? Do you want all of you, or
For those who are meant to be going forwards.
You're the elves.
so you want the elves to go forward? Is Estella going with you?
I mean, if Estella wants, if Estella wants to, it's
I will
still,
say like Clay will be hesitant.
Clay straight up wouldn't let her. Let them. You know, last time he was just like, no.
No.
Well, that's why Asterian's a bit hesitant. Like, I don't know if that might be really dangerous sort of thing. That's why he was saying that you should sort of stay back. But it's literally up to Estella.
They're like, yeah, and Clay's like, no. Kick them into the ground.
No.
So Clay will argue the toss, but for the sake of this session, it is down to Estella whether they want to go or not.
Yeah.
I want to go, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Estella's going. Estella's
I
putting their
wanna
foot
go.
down and saying, I'm old enough to make my own fucking decisions. I'm going on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Asterian, he's just like advising, but like you do you. Like if you get hurt, that's.
It's not that they're going to be alone. They will be with two other
Yeah.
people. So the other two of you, so Dracera and Karik, are you hiding somewhere? Where are you going?
Dracera's gonna be closer, but probably take a bit of cover at least.
Okay. So there seems to be like a camp that people have set up and kind of half abandoned. It seems like this beach isn't exactly well cared for? ? More so, it's just like, you know, if people don't tend to come down here very often, so if we leave stuff here, it doesn't really matter. So the tents seem a bit worn down, but usable. There's nothing in them, so you're able to hide behind them because you're short. So if you want to hide there, I will say that Clay will also kind of hang back around there. Palos will try and hide, but she has to sit down in order to be short enough to hide behind the tent. Thumb, no.
I'll say something. Oh. You go on.
Thumb will hang with Dracera, I suppose.
Yeah.
Plants stick together.
And Brandy and Stella, where do you want to be in relation to everything that's going on?
Can I have a fill-in of where we are, what we're doing?
Okay. So you guys are gonna go.
Fucking no.
Go down to the beach after having waited till you could see the mer people. Dria, you were not sure. In the water, you were able to spot sort of two lights that were swimming about. I swear to God, there he goes. You, from what you know from last session, it was you've had 4 disappearances, 2 of which were children over the course of the last couple years? ? 2 of them have been recent, and all of them have been elves. So the party have kind of decided, okay, we'll send the elves forward because it might draw them out.
Mm-hmm.
Though it's down to you whether or not you think Brandy would kind of put herself forward or what.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. So if you could move your tokens, because I'm not going to move them for you. Karik,
Yeah, it's just where is the danger?
you can't see
Quotation
it.
marks.
There's about 40 feet or so from the shoreline.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just go there.
Stood where you are, the elves, I need you all to make perception checks again, please.
Before I walk up, I'll leave my weapon where Zelius is, just so that he can chuck it to me if anything gets dicey.
Okay.
Oh wait, he's not hiding, by the way.
He's just chilling.
Just standing
Oh,
on
he's just
top of
fucking
it.
chilling there.
He's standing there. I don't know. Just. Yeah, he's here with you lot as well.
Okay, but she'll kind of hide it behind the.
The boat. You
The
can hide it
thing,
within
yeah.
kind of like the crevice of the boat.
Hmm.
Karik, you're trying to stealth in a bush.
I thought it was a tree down here.
Okay, it's a bush.
Oh.
I mean, you can hide in it if you want to.
Yeah, he's rolled 17 on stealth.
Okay. So you're well enough hidden, and it's dark, so, you know. If they are
Yeah,
truly
so
are,
you
they
put
have
your weapon
120 feet of dark vision, so it's not like you'll be out of their sight.
Have you put your weapon away? Because I don't think they're going to approach us if we have knives.
His weapon's not drawn. It's still.
Yeah, but if I don't draw, I can have an undrawn hammer, but people will still see it and be like, "I'm not gonna fuck with that."
I mean,
They need poor defenseless elves.
It's. Alright, he.
You have a whole ass longsword, my dude.
You have a whole ass longsword. I mean,
Alright, sure. Alright, he puts down his
We could do a
sword-
pro gamer strat.
sword and shield.
I don't actually know that the party has this, but you could do a pro gamer strat. Get out the invisibility cloak and put
Yeah.
it in front of us and hide all the weapons in the invisibility cloak.
That's yeah. I
So
feel-
you
actually,
just
yeah,
lay it down
honestly,
in the sand
Big brain.
and lay the cloak over the top of the weapons.
Yeah, because then it won't be so far off.
yeah. I
But
feel like
obviously, I don't know that, so Zelius would have to come up with that.
Or Estella, who has it.
Or Estella with the big brain, you know?
Yeah, the tiny little pea brain. Yeah, I can suggest that. I can bring out the cloak and be like, just stick it right there, and I'll just put a blanket over it. It's a normal blanket.
Okay. Where do you want to place it? Can you ping for me?
What, like there, close by?
Okay, so you want to put it there. I will draw a little circle
Thanks.
so you know that your weapons are there. It will be an action to arm yourself if you end
I
up
fid that.
wanting to do that.
But we've got 2 tanks at the front, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't think a violin is a weapon.
Yeah, they probably won't see that as a weapon, right?
Everything's a weapon in good hands.
A frozen cucumber is a weapon.
Why did you go to that?
You could kill
The
someone with a frozen
Conversation was
cucumber.
so normal before that.
That's too specific for it to not be a crime that Toby has committed.
No. Okay, so what are you guys doing now that you're stood at the water?
You asked
You
us
need
to
to
roll
roll
perception,
please. Yes.
and I've got a 5.
I got
Five.
a 4.
A 4 and
Yeah.
Brandy?
Oh wait, yes, perception could be a whole ass minute.
Was
Brandy,
that a
please
5 with
say
your
something.
advantage?
Come on, come on, come on, come on,
He,
come on.
no, his advantage
Advantage?
is hearing. This is a perception.
Oh,
saving.
right, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So,
16.
I've saved us, lads.
Okay, so
I've got 16.
Celius and
Nice.
Estella, you're kind of squinting and looking out, but like through the rain and like the light is being dispersed from the moon, it's kind of hard to see the color under the water as you saw it from above. Brandy, you managed to pick up on these almost like flashing lights. One of which is sort of pinks and golds and yellows, and the other which is blues and greens and purples. And they seem to have come to a stop. About 40 feet or so away from where you're stood.
This is gonna be DM ruling. Can I roll an Arcana to see if I can like sense anything in the air or like recognize if it's dancing lights
Okay, yeah, if you want to.
or wisps?
So are you trying to determine what's making the lights?
I'm trying to determine if it if it's something attached to the lights or if someone's casting it, like if it's an arcane spell, effectively.
I'll let you roll
that's
either
kind of like a
Arcana
lure.
or Nature.
They're both 0, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
No whammies. Okay, that's an 8. So
You can't tell, no. So you
Dick.
think, like, there is a possibility it could be magic. But these
Cool.
look similar to what you've seen in the past. And I mean, you've always been told that they're attached to something, so it would make sense.
It's
They're still attached to
it's an
something.
anglerfish, isn't it? It's a fucking anglerfish. Okay. Do I have the common sense to know what an anglerfish is?
You can roll me a nature to see if you know what an anglerfish is.
Okay, okay. That's a nat 1.
Oh,
You, despite living in a fishing town, you were never the type of person who was very interested in learning about fish.
In the fish, yeah.
Like,
I'm
you,
like,
you,
you know
could
what?
look
I'm
at a
surrounded
fish
by
and be
fish all
like,
the
oh, I
time."
know that one, because I eat it,
Like-
you know. But you don't know,
Yeah.
you don't know like specifics of fish, so no.
That one's the red one, and it tastes good. That's as far as my extensive knowledge of fish goes.
Nice.
Okay, so got nothing out of that. Sick. Brandy
Oh.
is just gonna lean over to the elven crew, and be like, "I've heard things are attached to that, but we won't know unless we find out."
okay. One second. I'm gonna.
Wait. Oh, this could be a sexy little thing. Can I? I'm gonna use prestidigitation.
Mhm.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. Yeah.
I'm gonna get slightly closer to the water because it doesn't have a long range. I just wanna. So it will be around this rock
Okay.
area. And I'm just gonna send a shower of sparks out just to see if it triggers anything. I'm just gonna put my hand out and just sparks.
Okay. You watch as the lights kind of get a little bit closer. So they're right here, and one of them, the pink and the kind of gold colours, is getting closer still. Before it seems like it's being pulled away, and they move behind the rock.
Bottle. She's gonna lean over to what she knows is Zelius, because I'm gonna presume
They don't.
that she
Yeah.
she just thinks he's Zelius.
Yeah, they don't know.
Okay, good. Okay. And she's gonna go. If I teleport over to that rock, do you reckon I'm gonna get drowned?
He kind of just with his one brain cell trying to like work out if that could be a possibility. He's like you see him like pause for a moment, look over like towards like the open sort of sea. Possibly.
Can you swim? Are you able to swim?
I think I'm a okay swimmer. I don't.
You're a vamp. You don't need to breathe, right? You
Uh,
should be
no.
fine.
We still need to breathe.
You need oxygen?
What's that?
Don't you get it from like blood? Like red blood cells and stuff?
Oh my god, the herbo is really coming out strong.
No, we drink that to live, but not to breathe. I mean, that'd be really cool if I just just drank blood and be able to swim. I just don't need to go up for air. That would be really cool.
I wasn't saying that if you drank blood, you'd gain the ability to swim. I was saying, since you don't need to eat things,
Oh no,
I just thought that everything came from your blood.
Oh no, I know that. I just it was a thought that I thought of in my brain. I thought it was a really cool idea if you be able to drink blood and not have to go up for air because
Maybe it's like carbonated water. Maybe we could get some like oxygenated blood, and then you could get your oxygen from there.
I swear to
What's-
God.
what's carbonated water?
It's when you make the water spicy.
Estella, while these two are having the most fucking conversation I've ever heard, Estella, if you want to roll a nature to see if you can discern the nature of these creatures, you're welcome to.
I will do that.
Doesn't Zelius have dancing lights? Can't he discern whether it's dancing lights or not?
Oh, 13.
You will need to roll an Arcana. Estella, from what you can see, it seems like they're wary of there being a group. One
Time to teleport the child onto the rock.
The pink one seems more curious than the other, considering it seemed to kind of move forward to investigate what Brandy was doing before being dragged back by the other one.
Do you think that they like music?
I think a concert is the best thing to be doing right now.
No, because like when you're doing the sparks, it was kind of drawing, like you wanted to draw them over. If I play a song, do you think that they will come over?
I don't know. They maybe like mistake you as a siren or something.
I don't know. I was just
And it should be Battle of the Fish.
I'm not a fish.
I will,
I hate this. I feel my brain cells dying as you three talk to each other. It's killing me.
to answer your question earlier,
About communication.
to answer your question earlier about Zealous Osterian does have dancing light, but he just I feel like as a vampire he wouldn't
Yeah,
really...
he's got a racial trait, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I don't him as a person wouldn't really use
Well,
that much.
have a try at Arcana and see whether you can identify whether that's what it is. Because we have nothing to lose. I rolled a nat 1.
Alright. Okay. So there was two things that I wanted to do. So if we do want to do dance lights, I feel like his brain's up like, oh, I remember I used, I was able to cast this for some reason. But
Are you trying to determine whether the lights are dancing lights or whether you want to cast dancing lights?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm guessing we okay.
Determine whether it is dancing
Determine.
lights.
Yeah.
Not
determine.
if you can cast it.
Okay.
Roll me an Arcana.
It's a 9.
From the times that you've seen other people use this spell, it looks similar, but you also can't tell. So you're like, yeah, I mean, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many other. You didn't know very many other, if any, drow vampires, and you spent all your time around them. So it's like, kind of a shrug. You don't know.
Yeah. Can he? The thing I wanted to do. Can he cast his? He'll move a little bit forwards as well. If I can.
Pokemon battle with your fucking dancing lights.
Diddle, no.
Where is this sort of like still shallow area they can?
So you see where the faded line is?
Like here.
Yeah,
thing.
you can walk along that, and then it kind of dips off quite steeply into starting to get quite deep.
Okay, he'll stand here, and he'll use his vampiric sense, because if you're like, you'll get a better. He'll try to feel like he'll make it some more information out of this.
Okay. Alright, so from where you are, you very briefly pick up one of them in your sense.
What?
Before it flitters out of your sense again as it moves out of range. And it comes up as a fae.
Fuck all. Okay.
It's the same vibe you get from Dracera.
Okay. He'll turn to the other two, and I think these are the people who we're looking for. Possibly.
Okay. I have an idea. And she's with her prestidigitation once more. She is going to create a non-magical trinket of like a little, effectively like a Druia, like tiny little Funko Pop type thing, right?
You're making a fucking Funko Pop.
Okay, it's not exactly a Funko Pop, but it will be like a little toy of a Druia, and she's going to make it look exactly like Dracera because she hasn't really seen any other.
And then she's just thing.
Yeah, and then she's gonna, as hard as she can, because it's not very aerodynamic. She's gonna chuck it into the water towards where she's seen.
Throw me an athletics.
Where she's seen the light.
Let's go athletics to see how far you chuck it.
If I get this 17.
Okay, so you lob it. It misses the rock. Luckily, it goes over the top of the rock. And you see, like, you see the waves ripple from behind the rock. And the lights start to move around in this area again. I will ping again. As they start to kind of move around where the trinket landed. And for a brief moment, you see what looks like a pink fin lift from the top of the water. And a pair of sort of dark, very reflective eyes come up to about nose level above the water and is now staring at you. I need you to roll a charisma save for me.
That's an 11.
Do we get
Love that, considering I have a +6 mod.
Oh my god.
do we get plus for everyone else? Do we get a +2 save from?
No, you're not close enough to Dracera.
Dracera's not. We're not
I'm
close to
sorry.
Dracera.
I thought
Because I'm not high enough paladin to do that yet.
Okay.
So
Christmas. A
yeah.
Trying to
17.
drown. Trying to walk
5.
into the sea and
a
drown.
5, okay.
Yeah.
And Astarion?
A 17.
Okay. So the three
he's
of
strong
you, from where you're stood, you can hear a noise. It's not a song, per se. But it's like a quiet, low drone. And Estella and Brandy, you kind of begin to feel like the water seems very inviting. And you're being pulled towards it. You're being pulled towards this kind of little
Fucking
fin
knew it.
that's
Sorry, I'd
sticking
love-
out of the
I'd love a
water.
hand. I love a hand.
Astarion, you look over and you watch both Brandy and Estella begin to
nope.
walk into the water.
Nope. Astarion
Wake me up.
Astarion will literally stand in front of both of them and kind of just trying to sort of like pick both of them up and just run the other way. Or they're trying to push them back, sort of thing.
You can roll me an opposed strength save to see if you can move them back.
Okay.
It's not that they're in a trance at all. They just seem like your mental state. Something in the back of your head is telling you, "Yeah, this is a good idea. I should go and walk into the water."
Alright. Instead of like, when you look going, don't go in the water. And he rolls a 19. For a strength save, do you say?
Brandy, roll me a strength save then.
I'm pretty fucking strong. The 17.
Okay, so Zilius, you're able to prevent Brandy from stepping forward. Roll me another
I'm like
one
the
for
Terminator.
Estella. And Estella rolling.
Terminator just going into the fucking water.
Strength save?
Yep.
Oh no.
Opposed,
It's fine.
opposed athletics or a strength save.
19.
Oh no! I got a 13.
You're trying not to be rough with Estella because you know you can be unintentionally a bit ham-handed, Asterion, and Estella just kind of pushes past you. They're about like elbow deep now in the water, and continuing to walk forward as this sound keeps droning quietly. And as you step forward, you're starting to see more of this kind of figure in the water.
Question. Would Asterion know to slap the shit out of someone when they're charmed?
I don't know.
Just as a, you know, a vampire man who frightens people? Oh, it's
Supposedly
It's
not.
No. I was wondering. No. I was wondering. Like, I was waiting for Toby if you were going to answer that or not. If you.
I mean, that's you. That's on you. Do you think Zelos would know that? Or Asterion would know
Let me.
that?
What would I have to roll for him to?
I'd say make
Arcana?
an Arcana or a Whiz, just a straight Whiz. Application of knowledge.
yeah.
A 9.
No, you aren't super familiar with charm magic because it's pretty hard to charm elves in general.
Okay.
Wait, can we be charmed if we're elves?
Yeah, if you're elves, you're immune.
You have No, you're not immune. You have advantage. I thought
Oh,
you
if we
guys
have
rolled at
advantage.
advantage.
I didn't know. No, I didn't.
You can't be put to sleep, but you have advantage against being charmed.
On magical charm things. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna roll again and pretend that
Estella,
if I get it,
you can roll again as well if you want to.
It was a charisma.
Yeah.
Whiz?
Charisma save.
Charisma. Come on, buddy. 25.
Okay, Brandy, you kind of managed to shake your head and get out of it. And a 12. No, Stella's still kind of
Shit.
wrapped up.
Okay, Brandy just kind of is gonna snap out of it as if she just realised, oh, it's very cold in
That's
this
cold
sea.
water.
Probably don't go in there.
Stella's
she's
getting
gonna
very
see the
wet
child.
and very cold.
Yeah, she's gonna see the child slowly, like the water slowly rising up their form as they keep walking, and she's like, Helios, grab them! And she's gonna go over and try and stop them.
Okay, both of you, if you want to make strength saves or athletics, sorry, and Stella a strength save, please.
Okay, one of us has to. 22.
A 19.
Yeah, I don't have any plus.
Okay, so yeah, you're both able to kind of grab Estella by each arm and just kind of stop them from walking. Their legs keep moving. Estella, what you don't feel the cold. The water is not, surprisingly, it's quite warm to you. And the little face that's kind of poking out of the water and looking at you is lit up in an array of different kind of golds and teal colours, as its lights kind of flicker just above the water. And it moves a little bit closer.
As a bard,
because my arms are up.
as a bard that frequently charms people, would I know to
You're
tap
familiar
out
with
Estella?
charms, I'd say probably,
Okay.
yeah.
Very lightly, she's just gonna tap Estella on the cheek, like, wake up, get up.
A gentle tap won't do it.
See the star.
Slap then.
Alright, roll me an unarmed.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
We beat the shit out of the child.
Yeah, this is
The
gonna
rest
be
of the
a
party
plus
just
6
sat
to
here
hit with
watching
4 bludgeoning, so let's
God.
Just watching the giant slap the
15.
shit out of this small jack.
Estella does a 15 hit.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think you're
Yeah.
13, aren't you?
13, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's 4 bludgeoning.
4 bludgeoning.
You slap Estella hard across the cheek to try and wake them out of this trance. And you
Yeah,
are
I'm
snapped
making a
out of it
thunderclap.
suddenly. Your face
Manual
hurts.
thunderclap.
Ow! Jesus.
Ow! What the fuck?
Jeez.
Are you actually saying that out loud? Like, the first time Estella speaks, it's just, ow, what the fuck?
No, they're just gonna sign at them like, what you? Ow! What? Why would you hit me?
The water is suddenly very cold, and you are soaked. And you're like, oh, this is not pleasant. It's very unpleasant in general.
Sirens just standing there like, what just happened?
We're gonna retreat so that if we need our weapons, we'll be near our weapons. And you know what? You know what we're gonna do? For absolute, Do I have any friends that are elves, Toby?
Probably, yeah. I mean, you have a lot of friends, so I mean, yeah, sure.
Can't relate.
So sad.
Rip.
All of your
I know,
friends
I
are halflings, you fucking midget.
I'm sorry. It's nice to have small people.
And Palos, who's giant and loves you.
Yeah.
No, we won't do that. We'll instead,
I'm thinking Jacera might use Misty Step and pop out and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
I'm thinking of getting on top of the rock, but I also don't want to because if I get charmed and drowned, that's we are going to. I can mark objects. So if I mark the rock nearby it, can I just
This
put...
mark.
Yeah. Because it's prestidigitation, I'm just gonna, cast it continually to spell out and in marks. Why are you doing this? In common. I just want to see if they understand the common tongue.
Okay, so... are you moving out of the water?
I'll do it whilst retreating, because we need
Okay.
to get back to our weapons anyway, so...
So you guys pulling back. And you scrawl out this writing on the wall with quite a bit of effort. It takes, constant recasting of this cantrip to get it to work. And the little kind of head turns and looks up at the writing. It just seems to be looking at it. And for a few moments, it just doesn't seem to really do anything. The drone stops before
Positive.
the blue light appears sort of next to it, and the head disappears back under the water.
At this point, Jacera's gonna.
Yeah, I was
Come
going to say
out.
Dracera should probably come show her face.
Yeah.
They've stolen my trinket of you, so,
Yeah. So she's gonna
realistic.
come out from behind and shout out in Selraki, "Wait!"
The two lights stop here. And a couple of moments pass before the pink head pokes back out of the water. The large kind of reflective eyes now looking at the shoreline. Doesn't move.
And she's going to continue to speak in Selraki, and she's going to say, "You are one of the Ocean Jury, are you not?"
And at that point, the blue light also kind of pokes its head out of the water. And unlike the fin of the pink, this one seems to have coral, hard, rocky coral, in a crown over the top of their head. And they also kind of appear, and they're both staring at you, past the two that are stood in the way of you. Zelius vanishes. Asterium, bye-bye.
She's going to signal to everyone who's coming out of the water just to keep moving and like get
Stay back.
the fuck out of the water. Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
I'll
I think
slap.
Zaren wouldn't like. He will basically be walking backwards and not like. Basically, keep locked eyes with the people here, just walking backwards.
Moonwalking.
Brandy,
I
are
was
you
gonna
moving
say-
at all?
Ah, yes, we move backwards.
She's gonna come sort of to the very shallow water and be like, and say again in Soraki, "Hi, come and speak to me as siblings. We are one of the same."
The pink one seems more curious. The more sort of confident one of the two of them. And they slowly kind of make their way forward into a shallower area, but as they draw closer, you can see just how extensive their form is. They see their tail, rather than having feet, they have a tail, which is probably why they've been mistaken for a mermaid quite a few times now. However, it seems to be about 7 or 8 feet long, and
Yo.
trails behind them. Long, kind of wispy, translucent fins that flow in the water behind them, all lit up in long streams like a deep sea creature. And it pokes its head out a little bit more from the water so you can see its pointed face. Very similar features to Drosera in terms of the sort of structure of how they look. And they're kind of looking at you with these wide eyes. The blue one seems a lot more hesitant and doesn't move. But in a garbled, somewhat not used to air voice, they respond to you in Saraki. You are a child of plants.
And
Are-
you
are
are
they
a
not-
What was
you
that,
are a
Brandon?
child of coral.
Yeah.
Are they not plants too?
Coral.
No, ocean drew are not plants.
Okay, so we're thinking more like the Gajinka of Namiel.
Yeah, think Namiel.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
They seem very kind of interested in Drosera, but very hesitant that you have company.
My name is Drosera. What are your names?
My name is Monachus.
Monicus.
The blue one is just not saying anything. Before Monachus kind of turns around and looks at them like, come on. Like they kind of wave a hand at them like, stop pussing out, come on. And they kind of move forward very uncomfortably, keeping low to the water. Mostly obscured, again, with an extremely long tail that kind of curls up underneath them. And Monachus turns back to you. This is Dag.
Dag. I love it. Okay.
Wait, the blue one is Dag.
Dag. D-A-G.
The blue one.
Dag and Monicus. Okay. It is a pleasure to meet you. Who is your patron?
I ask first.
Go ahead.
Who is your patron?
Derlin of the Whisperfields.
And kind of Monachus looks back at Dag, who kind of gives him a look like shrug. They don't know who Dylan is. Before looking back again, Aemon, Fae of the Deep.
I'm making so many notes right now. Scroll it down. Amon. Fair of the deep.
And he kind of a little pink hand with quite a sharp finger points at Brandy, stood next to Dracera, and then to Asterion, and then to Estella. Are they your friends?
They are my companions.
You are friends with elves.
Is there an issue with elves, with your kind?
Beautiful. Both of them kind of nod. Dag a little less excitedly, but still nodding. Beautiful, we like elves.
So you were the ones taking the elves?
They look confused.
Are you not charming elves into the ocean?
They come and play with us.
Okay. What does that entail?
They come into the ocean so that we can play.
How long do they play with you for?
They kind of shrug. Not very long.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. It's because my companions, they cannot breathe underwater. You know this?
They kind of look between each other. We did not know this.
Right. The town above are worried because these elves have gone missing, and assuming they've passed on.
They come and play, and then they stop moving, and we get rid of them.
Okay. Dracera's gonna look concerned as fuck. Before trying to continue on speaking to them. Is it just you two that are doing this?
They nod. Monica seems to be kind of the spokesperson of speaking. Only us. Only sons of Amon.
So it's elves because you think they're beautiful, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Where are the fucking bodies, man?
I'm so...
Dag kind of moves forward a little bit more and points at Brandy. And they kind of poke their head out. They seem to have a sharper, like, facial features than their companion. And
We've got a limited edition purple one. You can take that one.
In Selren...
Collectors.
In Selren, so in common, they say in a kind of a gritty voice, play?
She's gonna, because she doesn't understand any of the conversation they've been having so far. She's just been looking at Dracera, who has increasingly looked more and more worried, I suppose.
Yep.
Except Dracera doesn't have eyebrows, so it's kind of hard to read. So she'll kind of look back to them and go, can you guys come out here to play, or does it have to be in the really cold ocean?
They kind of give you this really blank look. Elf play?
What kind of game?
They seem to get quite excited at the prospect that you might be agreeing to come and play with them.
Oh gosh.
Out of the corner of her mouth to Dracera, Brandy's just gonna go, are these children?
I'm unsure. Probably not. In terms of human age, probably not.
I see.
Monicus kind of perks up and attempts to also speak in Sauron. Come swimming, show treasure.
I've got an idea. What if you fetch the treasure and bring it here, and then we can play with it all together? All of us.
They shake their head. Cannot take it.
Why?
It seems like they struggle to find the words for it, and therefore flip back into Selraki. Treasure is guarded by Aemon. Cannot take it from home.
Then
You're gonna
we
look-
might as well leave the treasure there.
What they say?
The treasure is owned by the treasure is owned by their Fey patron, Aemon.
Right. Oh, does the patron know they're killing people?
Good question. And she could turn back to them.
Turns back. Hey,
Hey guys, you murdering? Does your patron, is he aware of you playing at night?
Patron tells us to.
Ah, okay.
Us.
Why? Do you know why?
Says we are not socialized.
So you're bringing elves into the water to socialize you.
We have elves. And they kind of point back into the water. Elves that breathe water.
Can you show me the elves that breathe water?
I don't have a token. But the two of them kind of mutter between themselves. Before Dag takes off. They move at a speed. They are surprisingly fast. As they suddenly kind of make a U-turn and head back into the water. And flit off until their lights are no longer visible. We bring elf of the water for you.
Thank you.
Come play.
What?
Estella, please turn around.
Turn. Okay. I will.
I want all the elves to make another charisma save, please.
okay.
Oh,
Also, I'm hoping that Dracera is slowly translating this. Okay, the first one's a 25. Second one's a 23. 25.
Let's see.
First one is a 5. The second one is a nat
22.
20
Okay.
again.
And
Oh, here we go.
17. Do I roll again?
Roll
Try and
twice.
charm the
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Ooh, and a 25.
Okay,
That's
so
stunning.
all of you, like, you can all hear this noise again. Sarah, you can't hear it, but you can see your 3 companions stood next to you go stiff.
Do they have undulating fins?
They have fins along the neck, yeah.
Do they move with the sound?
They kind of vibrate a little. Looking at him, he doesn't seem almost that aware that he's doing it. It just kind of seems to be something that happens. I'll put in chat for you the full drawings of them. Blue and pink.
It'd be so cute if they didn't murder children.
This is turning into a boy in striped pajamas plotline.
Right.
Every week I get banned on Twitch. No.
I'm just gonna turn to Sarah and go. So what were they saying, and why have one of them disappeared?
They told me that their Fey patron wants them to become socialized, so they've been drawing in elves to play with them and apparently they were unaware that elves can't breathe water.
What? Why elves?
They think they're beautiful.
Aw.
I see. Where's the other one gone then?
I asked him to bring one of the elves that can breathe water.
Elves that can breathe water. They just keep them down there?
Well, it's one of two options, is what I'm thinking. So Stella, just please keep turning your back. It's either
Okay.
they are elves that can breathe water, or they were elves that
There
breathe
were
water.
elves.
There
Now
were
breathe
elves.
water because
Yes.
So
they have no choice.
Yeah.
they, you saying they killed everyone who.
I think
And
they
there's-
unintentionally lured them to their death.
Literally, this entire time, Mysterion just be like, "What was it? What? Like, it just
They are
keeping the eyes
talking
locked
absolute
on."
garbage to you. It's just like it is like clicking and weird sounds. It's like that does not sound like a language.
Can I just say I'm really proud of myself for figuring out they were fucking sirens from nothing. Thank you. That's what I was just saying that like 20 minutes before this happened. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm fucking proud of saying that.
I will say as
If they're fey and in water, it's probably a siren.
Yeah.
as Dag returns, we're gonna go on break.
Oh, you bastard!
Wait, why am I turned around? I've seen so many dead bodies right now.
Yeah, but a drowned child looks significantly worse.
There's a difference between a bloated, dead child that comes to the surface being dragged. There's a difference. It's always better to see viscera than a bloated body that might explode at any point.
Yeah. It would look pretty bad at that point, so.
Okay. We will be back in like 10-15 minutes. So you guys can see what Dag has brought back for you.
Oh, fucking Christ.
While I go make a speedy token. Okay, we'll be right back. Estella's having a fit.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Time
not
to see
what
some more dead bodies.
Yeah, Stella's like pirouetting and then sees a body like, oh.
Throws up everywhere.
Okay. So. What are you... Dag has returned. I do not have a token for them because I couldn't be asked enough to make one. But you see them kind of half dragging something through the water. And it's sort of a blue tinted skin
Corpse.
becomes
Corpse.
visible. Pointed ears, similar to an elf, with a kind of a rim that matches those of the Duriar. And a head pokes out of the water, normal kind of proportions, the same as the rest of you, but that's an elf, and they are very much alive.
Why aren't they swimming? Why are they just being dragged along like some body?
They are kind of swimming, but Dag's a lot faster than they are.
Oh, right. Okay.
Is it an adult or a child?
Roll me a nature to see if you can determine that.
Yeah, where the fuck
Oh.
have they just pulled this person from? They're just in their bed sleeping in the fucking coral, and they're just like, let's go get them.
Hi, we've got
12.
friends to show you.
They look like an adult.
Does your friend speak common as opposed to your language?
They kind of mutter between each other for a second before Monicus shakes his head.
Great.
Cool.
Can I look?
You can look now.
Okay, cool. Do they speak Elven?
I mean, if you want to try and talk to them,
If they're looking.
They'll have to speak sign language. Palms.
I can still do some.
Subtitles.
the subtitles could be
Oh,
written
yeah.
in Elven.
That's fair.
So if you want to sign to them in Elven, what are you going to say to them?
Hello, elf friend. Are you okay?
They kind of cock their head a little to the side, and click at you. They make like a clicking noise, and that's it.
This is the fucking smelly ham man all over again.
And Dag kind of looks back to Estella. Do not speak land dweller.
What language do they speak?
They kind of say a word, but it sounds more like just clicks. The best you can get from it is kind of close to like Dalgoni as a word. So Dalgoni.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fluent in that.
Brandy's gonna turn to Dracera and go,
Can you ask them why they're getting land elves if they have sea elves?
Okay. She's going to reiterate the question in Soraki.
Monicus responds in Soraki. Amon told us to speak to land dwellers. Make friends.
Any reason for that?
Is there any reason why Amon wishes to speak to land dwellers?
They kind of shrug.
Hmm.
Making
Okay.
friends. And to the elves, they speak back in Sauron. Friends?
If you don't try to kill me, yeah.
Does the
Sure.
child speak fish language?
Do you speak the language they speak underwater? Where there is no, like, a lot less sound, so they have to speak in loud, sharp clicks.
I mean, some people don't understand me.
If Dracera has translated this conversation that's ongoing, Brandy will say, "We could become further acquainted if you stop stealing away some of the elves that have been coming down this beach. Where have you put the bodies?"
Dag kind of looks back at the sea elf, who seems to be kind of trying to make their way back to whatever they were doing before they were dragged away by this Druia. They're kind of slowly sinking back into the water, like, looking between the two of them like, can I leave now? And Dag looks back. Sea elves eat them when they stop moving.
Brandy's just gonna look scandalized over to Dracera like, "You eat?
That's not me.
They said the sea elves, not the Druia.
Yeah, but if they're getting Druia to bring them, like, does Dracera go on fucking reaping missions to bring back?
Dracera's gonna look like equally fucking horrified because she doesn't eat meat at all and would never like kill something so someone could eat it.
And
No.
can you ask them why they wouldn't just eat the fish around them instead of people?
Yep,
Eat
can I do
fish.
that? Why do they not just eat fish? Why are you...
They do. When friends stop playing, we give them to them.
Surely, if they're your friends, you would want to return them to their family that are probably grieving.
They don't seem familiar with this concept. They kind of look at you with this blank expression.
Brandy's like relaying this to Dracera to relay back to them, and she goes, "Say if one of you died, you wouldn't eat the other one, right? You wouldn't bring it to your friends to eat?"
Not Druia, no.
Why elves? Why would the elves be eaten?
Monica's kind of thinks for a few moments. Meat, same as fish. Still meat.
There's a difference between like red meat and white meat, and fish are white meat. But anyway, we're getting off topic. Do you have any of the bodies left, or has your friend eaten all of them?
Not just sea elves. More than one.
More than one, what does that mean?
We have many sea elves.
Are they with Amon?
Yes.
How big is your realm underwater?
They seem to find it difficult to articulate the size of their home. Dag just kind of puts both arms out at like their full width. This big.
That's real big.
Pretty big.
Stella's like, damn, that big.
How old are you two, by the way?
Dag kind of looks at Monicus, and Monicus is like 80.
So still young.
What?
You two are very young.
You are old.
Fucking boomer.
You don't know how old I am.
Leaf color
You
makes you old.
get shown.
Thanks. I'll think of that. Thank you.
Orange
Damn,
ages me.
You looking crispy.
Bitch, you look like you need a
Astarion,
drink of
Estella,
water.
and Brandy all roll a charisma save again, please.
What the fuck? What
Fucking
is...
Christ.
But you do now get a plus. Is it +2?
Oh yeah, you do.
You do.
No, you get a +3 now.
I rolled
Maybe.
25 twice, and that
Yeah.
means I've got
27.
28.
28.
I got a nat 1 plus +2, then plus another 2. So I would have gone.
Did you roll twice?
5. Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah, don't you fucking dare do that to
Estella?
me, okay?
14.
So
Okay.
that's 17.
I've got 19 overall.
Okay, well
Nice.
you will pass with those. So again, you watch them kind of all stiffen up suddenly as this noise resonates from one of the two, though you're not quite sure which one. But again, Dracera, you can't hear it.
Do you guys mind not doing that sound whilst we're having a discussion between friends?
Kind of cocks his head. Sound.
The droney thing, the hum.
You making sounds?
They're making a noise, yeah.
I will allow you to roll either a medicine or a history check. Anyone present.
I'm gonna do history because I've got a +3 on that at least.
I'm kind of concerned that there's a medicine on this, but
Which one?
17.
14 med.
17 history.
History.
So two
I don't
17
think-
histories, and Astarion's not going to roll.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
So Brandy, you have a vague understanding that elves tend to be more attuned to certain influences with your
Yeah.
hearing. You're not quite sure what kind of influences, but this seems like it's probably that. If Dracera can't hear it, and it only seems to be you three getting affected, it seems likely. Estella and Dracera. Dracera, you have heard this mostly from talking with Dylan about outside races from the Whisperfields. And Estella, your uncle used to talk to you about this quite a bit. Elves are have an attunement to psionic kind of magic and sound, and whatever they're doing seems to line up with that. It's almost like it's a call. It's drawing things that are attuned to it closer to it, like a signal.
Right. So they just want to play music.
You guys understand that whatever sound you're playing is drawing the elves in against their will, right?
No. They come to play.
Well, my friends seem to almost go as if they want to, but it's not because they want to, it's because they feel like they have to.
Not with us, Dracera.
Brandy's gonna ask Dracera, Can you or can be charmed?
We can be.
Yeah.
And she'll turn back to the fish and be like, allow me to demonstrate. And she's going to attempt. She's going to attempt to charm them.
Oh no.
It'll be fine. Okay,
Get
she's
them to come out of the water.
drown you fucks.
But it's clear that they can breathe air because they are above the water currently talking to you.
Can I'm just looking at which has is it are they like elves where it's they can't get put to sleep, or is it like what is if I were to ask for Sarah, what's the kind of deal?
They
it's
can be
just-
put to sleep.
Yeah, it's just
They can?
standard. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's put them to sleep. Okay. They can't drown in water, it's fine.
So you need to roll higher than their HP max in order to put them to sleep.
How high is they?
I can't tell you.
Okay, let me do this in person because I don't fucking trust.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have the spell sleep.
Yeah, I think that's what Brandy's doing.
I thought it was doing command.
Command can't put someone to sleep.
Oh god. Person's dice suck.
Okay, so I need to roll 5d8 and
Yeah.
hope that, and also, is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. Okay, so I can choose a point of range, so I'm not going to put everyone around me to sleep, which is good, you know. Okay, let me remember what a fucking d8 looks like. That, okay. Right. So 5 times. God, my math is so bad. I'm just gonna do it on a fucking online calculator. Fuck it. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. I don't have enough fingers for this shit. 28. They're probably way higher than that.
28. Oh yeah. No, that doesn't.
Wait, I'm trying to, because I swear it had more. Like, am I?
No, you just have to get above their HP max and it puts them to sleep.
No, but I thought that was just how many it affects is the 5d8. Let me read through the spell.
Yeah, the total is how many hit points of creatures.
How
the spell
creature it can
affect.
affect. Yeah, creatures within 20 feet are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. Creature with the lowest current hit points, falls unconscious until the spell ends.
If
Yeah.
it's below that number.
Total is how many hit points of creatures the spell
Wait,
can
okay,
affect.
wait.
No, I think it is how many creatures the spell can affect.
Can't
Yeah,
put
because
28
otherwise you
creatures
wouldn't-
to sleep.
No, it's not that. It's like because otherwise you'd never be able to put pretty much any creature to sleep because they'll always have.
You have to do it when
Higher
you've
than-
already hurt them.
Yeah,
it's like a
mid-
before to
end
put
combat
in
thing.
combat when they are low on HP you put them to sleep. That's how
It's
sleep works.
to end the fight quickly without either having to kill them or risking.
Okay,
anyone
right.
being hurt.
Can I retcon that spell then? Because I didn't know it was that.
Okay, fine.
I didn't know that was how it worked. Instead, I'm gonna try suggestions. So I need them to make a whiz.
Okay, I need to get my dice out because I didn't. Because I did not. Oof.
Yeah, to be fair, I've never used like sleep.
Sleep
Yeah,
is
sleep
not
is
effective on
really
anything
weird
other
one.
than a weak enemy.
No, but it's really weird. I thought it would just work like a normal fucking charm spell, where it's like, okay, this is how many creatures you affect, and this is the charm.
You
They
know,
both
like
rolled a 12.
wow, they both failed. Okay. So I am going to ask them to approach. So to get close as they can, without dying, I guess.
So the two of them begin to kind of move forward. With like they seem to have almost like blanked expressions now that they are under your spell. And as they get into the shallow, the tails of these two creatures begin to kind of shimmer, the scales fading, and their legs appearing. And they step out of the water onto the shallow. And they're about the same height as Dracera.
Short as fuck. Okay.
Yeah, boys.
And they both just kind of pause in front of you.
Oh, concentration up to 8 hours. And she is going to. I mean, we could make them do some really funny shit, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that. They're just like they're not holding anything on them. They're just them.
Yeah. They're not armed. They are just two fish people now stood in front of you.
She's gonna suggest to them to tell us more about your god, your patron of sorts.
Does it should work on that, right? It does work. The suggestion does work on speech.
Yeah, it's basically the
actions or
only
anything.
time it doesn't work is if you tell someone to damage themselves or put them
Right.
in a dangerous situation.
Okay, so Monica's kind of like their shoulders kind of straighten a little bit. Amon. They try to say in as best Siren as they can for your sake. He is Fae of the Deep. He is the son of Losin. He is quiet. Doesn't talk much. Ask us to find things for him. He likes shiny things. I am older. I will take over for him. That's all you get.
Okay. She's gonna suggest that they tell the party whether they've committed kind of immoral or dangerous acts for Aemon, or like acts that could be considered bad. Is he usually one to ask bad shit of them? Is he a bad intent?
We did not know. Land dwellers do not breathe like elves of the water. We were not asked to hurt anyone. We do not actively hurt anyone.
She's gonna suggest that they tell her how they might come into contact with Aemon.
You must go to his home. But you cannot breathe. So you'll end up same as other elves.
She's gonna suggest that they tell her anyway, in case we find a way to breathe underwater. You never fucking know.
You come here and you call for us, and we will take you.
Okay, and she's gonna the pink magic that's kind of being held in her hand. She's gonna dispel it.
The two
And
of
look
them
to them, go.
immediately flee and move back into the water as quickly as they can and make distance.
Brandy's gonna kind of touch Dracera's shoulder and be like, "Get them to come back."
Wait, before you go, in Soraki.
Dangerous. Elves do not want us. They make us do things.
She did not mean to harm you.
Trying to show them what they were doing to us.
So that is what it feels like when you play your song to them.
Roll me a persuasion advantage.
Yeah, boys.
Come on, my dude, you're a pally.
Please,
Let's
come
go.
on. That's first 16. I'm gonna roll again. Please, oh my fucking god. Oh yeah, baby, a 25.
25.
They kind of stop swimming away. We will just go back home and not come back.
If I call out to you, will you come back?
They kind of look at each other. We are scared of your friend.
Me? Me? You're talking about me?
They're kind of
She
looking
doesn't
at Brandy,
mean to
so
hurt
they
you.
are. It is implied that they
okay.
are talking about you.
Okay. It's just Sarah translating this.
Assumedly, yeah.
Okay, Brandy's just gonna go. Tell them, I didn't mean any harm, but I wanted to show them what they were doing, and that next time if we find a way to breathe underwater, we can come and play with them. It's just they can't be doing that to just anyone. People can't breathe underwater.
Beach episode.
You.
I'm to get water breathing, lads.
When your cleric learns water breathing, if he ever levels cleric, which I don't know if he will.
I don't think he will.
Yeah, so she's going to translate that to them.
And they kind of, you see them kind of hold hands under the water, and they stay very close to each other. They seem, they're probably siblings if they are that close in terms of age. It's likely that they are related. We come back and you play with us another time.
We will do.
But
And they'll
we are
hear us from anywhere?
We are not allowed to play with anyone else.
But we're really good at playing games, aren't we? And she'll kind of pointedly looks to Zelius and then Dracera like, we're good at playing
So
games.
good. So good.
Definitely.
Really good at playing games.
Yes.
Mm.
And they kind of nod. I will tell Amon about you. Stella makes a noise.
I look forward to meeting him. He sounds like I'll bring him something shiny next time.
Yes,
I'm here.
Shiny, shiny. They seem quite excited at the concept of something shiny.
Does anyone have anything? You know what? I'll give them 1 gold piece. I'll literally, Brandy will pull out a gold piece and be like, "Do you want this for now? As a token that I'm not gonna hurt you."
Approaches you.
Approaches very slowly, very cautiously. Dag is staying in the back. But as you kind of reach forward and flick the coin, they grab it and they kind of pull it very close to their face. Shiny, shiny. Papa
Is
would
this
like
just an
this.
ocean version of Greek?
Yes. And they swim back and show it to Dag. And they're both like looking at it very excitedly. You bring more shiny when you come back.
On the condition that you only play with us.
We are friends.
Yeah, we're friends.
They seem contented with this concept. Before looking at Drosera, will you bring Dolan of the trance, as you say?
He will be with me.
We will tell Amon. And they begin to kind of start swimming off, ducking back underneath the water. And you watch as the pink and blue lights flicker above the waves before getting into the deep where the lights are lost to the dark of the ocean. Stella, are you good?
I would love to get Reese.
Yeah, Reese does that to people. Brandy will kind of look back to the rest of the party and go, I feel like I just paid some children to not murder. I don't know whether that's illegal as a service. Is that like paying for...
I mean, it's like playing like a not assassin.
Yeah.
What am I meant to tell Mother Mortessa? That her kids just walked into the sea? Because some mermaids sang to them and didn't realize that people can't breathe? And that they got eaten? They got eaten by other elves? What kind of hellish story is that?
Until this point, you didn't know that sea elves existed.
Let
So
alone
this
that
is
they're
like,
fucking
oh dear
cannibals.
god, they're cannibals. That is terrible.
Yeah, you just drag one out of bed and then we find out it's a cannibal and we're like,
Oh. I'd
Quite
say
a
we
big
need to
geek
come
out
up
there.
with another story until we can sort this out.
I cannot. I've said this before. I can't lie, and I especially can't lie to Mother.
Then, don't say anything at all.
You've got Best Actor 1 and Best Actor 2 on the sidelines
Yeah.
ready to fill in for
Deception, baby.
Or maybe the mother
I-
should have taken better care of them.
you.
Brandy's just gonna go a tiny bit quiet, because technically her mom.
Yeah, that's her mom you're shitting on.
Am I?
Yeah, Brandy is one of the kids that didn't get adopted in the orphanage and has just grown up.
Look,
That's her mom.
My worry is that we tell them everything that happened here. They're instantly going to want to attack the Juriel, which I understand.
I don't think they will. They don't pick up weapons and fight. And if they do, they come see me. And you've seen my friends; they listen to me.
What about your friend Ace?
They won't do anything unless I tell them to do something. They're not gonna run into the sea and try fighting the waves.
I
I
just,
don't know whether she can swim.
I feel like starting a fight with a fae of the ocean that we know nothing about.
But why don't we put it in terms in like, like animals? Like a shark kills because a shark knows how to kill. It's not purposely trying to kill things. It's just what it does.
Don't
What
humans
if we?
kill sharks?
I don't know what people do.
I
I
don't know either.
I didn't even know elves ate elves until today.
It's Darren tries to sort of like join the conversation. Excuse me. Tell them the truth. Oh, I
think if we explain it and that it's been resolved,
I just
I
don't think
think
that's
that
going
would be
to
better.
work. I
But
really...
But when I first met you all, and many of you lied to me, I'll be honest, it just made me more distrusting of you. So if we lie and Mother Mortessa looks at me and sees that I'm quite obviously lying, it's just gonna reflect badly on all of you, and she'll probably be more hated towards you because she'll think that you've been a bad influence on me. But then I'll also get the backlash of it.
I mean, that's kind of true.
And then she might not trust other kids to come hang out with me anymore.
I think I'm gonna have to take a step back from whatever decision you guys make.
Either way, we're not gonna go to war with them because it genuinely seems like they didn't know what they were doing.
I've never heard of this Aemon or the son of Losin. I've never heard of any of this before.
Surely there's some research we can do.
You got a place that has any research?
I would have thought you maybe might have had more of a place than me.
I mean, you can always talk to your dad.
I can always talk to my dad.
Or
Even though
someone
I
else
spoke to
that
him.
also you know.
Oh yeah, my girl.
Or
Right.
we could summon Lars.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Yes.
He's gonna be like, an elf, delicious.
Carnivorous elves. Do you want to give me some coin for that information?
Mm.
And she'll be like, look, we'll explain what's happened. No one's gonna go to war with them because either way, I think fighting in the sea is a very bad decision. And we, I guess it's kind of like, throwing coin into a wishing fountain. I guess every now and then we provide them with some shinies, and they don't murder and eat our children.
An awful situation. I swear, Aldria are not like this.
Well, you haven't put me in a cook pot yet, so I'm hoping it will stay that way.
From what they said, it wasn't the Druryar that eat them. It's just
No, but it was the Druryar bringing dead bodies to them,
The elves.
obtaining them however the fuck they wanted, and being
Yeah.
like, "You want this?"
It could also be the fact
On a-
that the
on a-
elves
on a-
were getting the effective child Druryar to collect things for them if they stopped having a use.
Typically, it's like, "Oh, go fetch us some roadkill. Now we're gonna eat that." It's
There's
like,
some hillbillies.
oh, but yeah, she's gonna be like, for now, none of us are injured, and I'm really cold from stepping in the sea.
Speaking
So-
of which, Estella, can you roll me a con save?
If
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what other
13.
class can get water breathing?
Tallies.
Ranger.
Rangers. Oh.
Also, my
There should be a few
my
levels higher, though.
my druid cleric.
Yeah, Tadia could have gone water breathing.
But this fucking water breathing baby.
Okay, so Estella, you rolled a 13.
Yep.
Your fingers are going blue.
Look, it's color.
They are very numb. You are incredibly cold. And I need to roll some dice.
Oh, fuck. Clay isn't here and Estella gets fucking hypothermia. Oh my god.
I have funny.
Oh. Okay.
I got this. I don't got this.
Estella, you are starting to go into shock, and you take 8 cold damage.
Woo, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's been all about.
I am hurt from the cold, and I am hurt from that slap.
Lady Brandy.
Bring Palos, bring
Lady.
Palos.
Brandy will come over and be like,
It's okay. We just need to get you back into the warmth, but very slowly. Otherwise, your body will go
Your
even
fingers
more.
will fall off, lol.
We
and
need Palos' warmth.
she's gonna put both her hands. She's gonna go like this, and put both her hands around Estella's and cast Cure Wounds.
Paranoid
Doesn't
fighter, question mark, baby.
You get the full 11 HP.
I got this. I don't got this.
Do they have any condition affecting them?
Hypothermia.
Hypothermia.
Can I do lesser restoration? To
You
cure
can.
their
That will
hypothermia?
cure it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a new spell I got, guys.
'Cause
I'm
I
gonna
was
use it.
looking because I was like, I don't have lesser restoration, but if you have a,
That was one I got when we
It counts
leveled up.
as a disease, so it is
Yeah.
a disease. So
Oh,
Wait,
Stella,
but
like,
would you? But
just
would
start.
you? Wouldn't?
Hmm?
Sorry.
No?
Wouldn't you just cure it, but they're cold again, and they'll just get it again?
Well,
But
you're
we're
still
gonna-
very
we're gonna
wet, but
be
you need
moving
to
into
get
the
back
warm.
into somewhere
Yeah.
warm before it reinstates.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I have an idea for this.
So
I
you're
have
not
spare
gonna
clothes.
get pneumonia at least.
Yay.
At the very least, you just need to move back into the warm ASAP.
So should I do lesser restoration, or should we just yeet them back?
You
I
can do it
reckon
when
we
you're
just
in
bring
the
them back.
warm.
Yeah. Okay.
Just need to. They are like struggling to walk because their limbs are going into shock.
We'll carry them. It'll be fine.
They are pretty.
Asterion is just confused, like, what's happening? Like, what?
You bitches get cold.
Cold-blooded.
Okay, so you guys are heading back into town. You can move back onto the Padslow map.
Ah, Toby, how could you? I wanted to become famous.
No, because and I'll say you bring them back to the Shabal estate to warm up. Are you planning to speak to Mother Mortessa ASAP, or?
I mean, the kind of person Brandy is, she would hate to sit and stew on it because it will just eat her.
So she would like to bring whoever wants to come with her to tell her mum that her kids have been eaten.
It's like 11 p.m.
Just
she's-
she's gonna tab out of that. She's not gonna get involved.
Yes, just hold my hands.
Asterion.
You're in charge to take care of the child, so.
Also,
Okay.
I've just found a letter from Thumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the thumb letter that's just ink. Because he,
Cute.
he just dropped a whole pot of ink and then signed it.
Stupid.
He's the best man. What do you mean?
But she'll light up a fire, let the flame burn, open the door. Let Jesus return. She'll say to the party,
Does anyone want to help explain the situation to my mother?
Sarian would say no, the go.
Palos will offer.
Great.
If you want company, I'd be happy to give it.
I need a hug. from
Sure, yeah. The more bodies in the room, the less she can stare at me with really disappointed eyes.
Don't worry,
So, yeah,
Palos will give you a hug before she goes.
someone.
Big fluffy warm hug. Helps to warm you up a bit.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that, like a wet dog, if she gets wet, she's just gonna be super stink.
Yeah, she doesn't smell great.
Probably not a good idea.
Karik, are you going with them?
Considering Creek was that far away from it the whole time, he doesn't entirely understand exactly what's happened. Like, he's being given the kind of gist of it. But, fine, not fuck it, he'll go along just out of an internal feeling of spite because...
Just fuck you. Fuck
yeah,
you,
he
woman.
knows Mother Mortessa didn't like the look of him to start with.
Okay, so Palos, Brandy, Zelios, and Karik are heading back to the orphanage. Don't stand on top of the building.
He's my job. Get down.
Damn boy.
Okay, so you guys all head back to the orphanage. It is late, so the children would have been put to sleep.
Good.
Who's knocking?
Brandy.
Okay, so you knock. How do you knock? Loud?
No, not with very much confidence at all.
So it's just a...
Yeah.
And it takes a few moments before the door kind of creaks open a slight, and you see Sister Serena. Oh, Brandy.
Is Mother in?
Yeah, she's in her office. And she kind of gestures for you to come inside. She seems quite startled at Palos, who has to duck under the door, because she is big. And you have to kind of creep through the main hall where the kids are sleeping. Roll me a stealth check, everyone who's there.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, a nat 20 from Palos. Palos is silent.
So much fluff on her feet.
Yeah,
Just-
she's got really
I,
fluffy feet, so she.
Sound like
she's,
clouds.
Yeah.
At disadvantage, I get a 6.
Oh
So,
no.
I
Clomp, clomp.
21.
we got 18.
Okay, so
Oh, by the
everyone
way,
apart from Brandy. What's up, the Siren?
I forgot to say, Saren would have picked up. I mean, if they found their weapons again, he would have picked up his weapons.
Yeah, you would have taken them with you.
Yeah.
And the cloak.
Yeah.
So as you're walking through the hall, Brandy, you just really unfortunately keep stepping on the creakiest floorboards. Everyone else seems to is following behind you and manages to kind of dodge them because they see you stepping on everyone. And quite a few of the kids kind of sit up in bed and look at you and rub their eyes. And Sister Serena's kind of shushing them to say, go back to sleep, it's okay. And a few of them are like, Brandy, is it? Oh, what? And they're kind of all very dozy kids that you're waking up in the middle of the night.
Brandy's just gonna essentially bribe them and be like, if you go back to sleep, I'll bring you some really nice breakfast.
A few of them dive back under their covers as quickly as possible in order to get that end of the deal. Others are just so out of it that they just go back to sleep. It doesn't seem to bother them that
Sick.
much.
Perfect.
And you are taken to the office on the far side of the room. The door opens very quietly, and Sister Serena lets you in. Mortessa is stood by lantern light, kind of rummaging through paperwork. She turns round and jumps. Beauregard, you could have given me a heart attack.
I didn't realize I looked so scary.
not you, darling. She kind of looks at the rest of the party.
Ah,
Pelos
yes.
waves.
The casual racism.
Pelos just like grins and waves, like, hello.
Siren would have raised sort of like an eyebrow to like comment, but proceeds to just like walk in and make himself at home, sort of thing.
Just takes a seat, like, fuck you.
But he'll stand, but he would just like basically just waltz in and just sort of lean on something.
She kind of adjusts herself to try and give her an air of authority. So I assume you've been investigating the missing cases.
Yeah, and we kind of find out what happened. Although I really think you should be sitting down to hear it.
You hear Serena very quietly go, "Oh no," as you say that, and Mortessa kind of frowns a slight before taking a seat. I assume it's bad news.
There is bad news and good news. The good news being it won't ever happen again, but the bad news being those that did go missing are missing forever.
I'm gonna quickly roll. Okay. Mortessa's face is like a stony professionalism. It seems like the news isn't pleasant to hear by any means. But she, for the sake of being in company and her duty as the mother of this orphanage, she is putting on a strong demeanour. Serena, however, bursts into tears.
Brandy kind of looks at the ground as if she kind of doesn't want to see how upset her friend is and her guardian figure.
And when you say it won't happen again, I don't take you for a killer, Brandy.
No. We made an agreement. All of the passings were accidental, through misunderstandings between species. And now that these mermaids understand what we land critters are capable of, they're not gonna do it again.
Serena is quite a state, to the point where she quietly excuses herself from the room, into the side office, from where you'd first seen her step out of. And Mortessa's got a very solemn expression. Well, that is unfortunate to hear. I'm sure we will, as you said, if we're not having this problem again in the future, then that's the end of it, I suppose.
If if it makes any difference, I think they were all loved, even in their deaths. The mermaids they spent their time with adored them. They thought they were beautiful, but they just didn't understand that elven children can't breathe underwater.
So they were drowned.
They were unintentionally charmed, and they walked into the depths and just didn't walk out again.
So rather than mermaids, they are sirens.
Um, I'm not really sure. I just know that they were very childlike in nature and almost children themselves. You can't blame a child for things they don't understand.
She seems to be conflicted. But it's definitely morning. It seems like she is regretful of this situation ever happening. And for once, this rather unpleasant woman seems to be quite sort of mellow, even in the presence of the people in the room with her. Well, I will inform the necessary people if that is what I need to do. Though, of course, these children had no families aside from us. I'm sure.
Hey, I'm sure we can do a candlelit sigil or something for them. Uh, just to keep them remembered. Put them on the wall somewhere.
She kind of puts her hands in front of her chin, deep in thought, and quietly mutters, "What am I going to tell the children?"
She kind of thinks for a moment, as if trying to piece together what she would have liked to hear. Well, I guess just say they just went away somewhere. They found some friends that took them somewhere, and they had a good time.
There's a kind of a long, solemn silence. From the next room, you can hear Serena crying. It like the gravity of the situation isn't always entirely made apparent until those left behind are made aware of what's happening. And she sits back in her chair. You see her kind of rummage through her desk, pull out a handkerchief, and just very carefully wipe her eyes. It's a rare occasion that you've ever seen Mortessa anything other than this strict, kind of hardy, emotional figure. But since you've grown up and left the orphanage, it's sort of it's a different relationship you have with her now. And she kind of bows her head to each person in the room. She seems hesitant of Palos because she's not seen Palos before. I assume you assisted Beauregard in this matter. To Karik and Asterion.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Kerry kind of looks at Asterion and then kind of his head kind of tilts down. He's kind of learned to signal that he's not looking directly at people because those around him didn't really understand originally. But some more so in the investigation than others. Kerry says, kind of looking down, kind of signaling that he was himself further away from the situation when it happened, but still kind of there.
You are more like a protective fallback if something bad happens.
Yeah.
Than directly sorting everything out.
Yeah.
Asterion will just sort of nod. Doesn't say anything. He just nods. And he pauses for a moment. And he says, it'll be wise for you to tell the children outside the truth, just in case this stuff happens again.
I don't think they need to know the entire truth that young. If you know the world is full of horrors, you're not gonna want to be in it, especially as a child. We just need, well, they're not coming back, but we just teach them the dangers of the sea, but not tell them what happened to those before.
Were they fae creatures?
They
Yeah.
happen to be fae creatures, yes.
She kind of frowns. Indeed. Well, I'm sure we will be more careful of these Druiar, as your friend called them.
Mother Mortessa, I don't mean to impede on your opinions, but from what I saw, and you know how close I am with the children, if anything happened to them by any other means, I'd be the first to jump on it, but they were just innocent-minded, and my friend, the Druiar, is not at all malicious, and I don't think we should group all fae with them.
And yet those ones drew children into the water and drowned them.
Not intentionally, though. They didn't know any better. You can't expect a child not to play with fire just because it's pretty. Children don't understand. They can get...
As Brady said before, it's misunderstanding between species.
If a child wants to play with a fish and takes it out of the water, it doesn't know it's gonna die.
The same applies to a wolf in the woods. It would eat and kill a child, yet we consider them dangerous.
But we don't punish them for being wolves.
We might consider them dangerous, but that does not mean they need of how was what demonizing, I think is what.
Yeah, you take precautions, but you don't kill every wolf you see just because it bares its teeth.
Roll me persuasion.
Please, for the love of God.
A 12? Are you fucking joking? You have a plus one,
Would
not
it be
a minus.
advantage because both of us are helping?
Yeah.
If
it's
you
a-
are, yeah, if you're helping, then you get advantage. All right.
Come
Because
on.
we're all trying to explain the same point.
A
Yeah.
16. A 16. Fuck you, Dean.
I was about to ask, like, would it count as advantage for you if we were speaking about it as well?
Mortessa seems less convinced, but more so abated. So for the time being, it seems like she doesn't intend to argue.
Oh, thank God. Brandy is like shitting herself on the inside, but she's like holding herself together. Barely. And she'll go,
I'll start making preparations. I'm sure that you and Sister Serena would want some time to process this, and I'll come back and visit you on some night.
You say that as if you were leaving.
I have to leave for a little while. I have some things to attend to for the house.
She She sighs and kind of pushes herself up to another stand, makes her way around the table, and she gives you a very awkward, kind of stiff hug. I intend to see you in good health soon, then.
Brandy's kind of just frozen. She doesn't really know what to do. She doesn't often get affection from superiors or guardians, especially not from her mother. So she kind of stands there like stock still, but goes, "Yeah, I'll be even better than ever when I come back. I'm finding a specialist to help me with something."
I'm sure the children would appreciate having you back. And she kind of looks to the rest of the party. And your companions. They seem to enjoy the presence of these people.
It will be good. The children, they can come train with me, and maybe with my companions too. They seem to know their way around blades, and then the children can fight for themselves.
You know how
Go
I
in.
feel about that, Beauregard.
I know, but isn't it better to prepare them than just letting them go without anything?
Seems that the situation as it stands, because of what has happened to these two kids, she seems a bit more agreeable with those terms. For the fact that these kids need to be able to defend themselves if something like that happens.
Leverage a situation.
And she sits back down. I'll let you get your rest, darling. Though I assume you hard at work, as always.
But hopefully I get some rest soon. As soon as I attend to this thing, with my companions.
She kind of looks to the door where Serena has tucked herself away. I will handle the sister. You are excused.
Thank you.
And she'll kind of half bow before like stiffly walking out of the room.
Are you following?
Yes, Asterion, like he wouldn't really do anything. He would just walk out.
Kerry, as the other two are walking out, you'll kind of walk in front of the table, in front of Mother Mortessa. He's kind of got his hands held kind of like over his stomach, and he is looking down before kind of looking up her. I understand completely the feeling of losing a child, children as well. I would just like to give you my sympathies on the matter.
She kind of purses her lips a slight and sighs. I appreciate it, darling.
Kenny gives a silent nod before turning and taking his leave with the others.
And Palos just kind of waves and bows and says, "Sorry for your loss," before kind of heading out with you. Everyone roll me a stealth check again so you don't wake the kids up again. Oh dear. Palos did not do so well this time.
15.
Okay.
30-20.
Dirty 20 and Brandy?
7.
7. Okay, so now it's Palos and Brandy stepping on all the creaky fucking floorboards, and the kids are kind of half woken up again. Some of them groan. One of them tells you to be quiet. It's just mostly the kids being quite upset that they keep getting woken up. But you manage to walk through and get outside, and they mostly go back to sleep. And it's about midnight now, and that is where we're going to end the session.
Wait.
Way.
On a sad note.
Yeah, sad hours. It do be like that. Hope you have fun, guys. Hope you had a real fun, good time.
We started off like, yeah, let's go see the ocean jury art, to going back to like,
They were fucking drowned and eaten. Sorry,
Orphanage.
guys.
Also, it is totally obvious, like, it's not enough angst. Time to kill the
I am not satisfied.
This has been planned since I mentioned the jury art, however many sessions ago. So, I mean...
Ooh.
Killing children in my campaign is more likely than you think. You've seen Will.
Yeah,
It happened to Win already. Now it happens to multiple other children.
We see that we're just playing Skyrim, but we've got the mod where children now.
They are no longer essential NPCs. Fuck you.
Get away from me!
Oh dear.
Fuck.
I should put trigger warnings
Jesus.
on this stream. I swear to God. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry it was sad, but you know. We'll cheer up next session. Wow.
It won't. It won't.
When we get our beach episode, we're gonna have so much stupid energy. I'll make up for it.
I don't know if I will run next week because I may be fucking exhausted, but we will see. Just keep an eye out for notifications and whatnot on my social media. But again, thank you for coming. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye.
Bye.